The victims. What that day was spring, Mike didn't know. He reversed off the drive just like he did every day, except that day was different. The clouds hung low and there was a sense of misunderstanding overwhelming him. He knew she would be annoyed because he was late. She wouldn't understand. Against his will, the traffic lights brought his impetuous driving to a temporary halt. He had time to gaze around. Trees swayed in the gentle breeze. Couples strolled hand in hand. Businessmen animatedly talking on their phones with their coffee in hand. What was his life? Who was he? Without warning, a ray of bright sunlight burst between two skyscrapers, instantly blinding him. The brightness tore him back from the darkest recesses in his mind. He reached into the car door pocket, feeling around frantically for his sunglasses. However, unexpectedly, his fingertips grasped her scarf, reminding him of that sweet special smell that used to greet him every morning. Her scarf, silky like a shimmering lantern on a darkened night. Her scarf wasn't any old scarf, but a scarf that made him reminisce the joy of that first night they met, how he cared for her. That memory made to last a lifetime, treasured by him, but forgotten by her. It was 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and the daily traffic rush had hit the Big Apple. The fluorescent yellow taxis sped past him. The traffic lights flicked to green, and he surged away. The release of the brakes pulled against him. Like that split second, the doctor revealed the devastating news. His progress was suddenly halted by a girl stepping out into the zebra crossing. The stark black and white of the path across the road embodied all the emotional roller coasters his relationship had become. He knew she would be anxious, upset, lonely and in despair. He was late. He thought through his explanation for when he arrived. He felt doomed. The emotion pictured on her face framed in his mind. White walls echoed the sterility of the room. Silence was broken by the staccato tick, tick, tick of the clock hanging above the bed. She sat in a chair, transfixed by it, as though the passing of every second depicted time slipping away, her last opportunity for sanity. Part of her was overjoyed that today had finally come, but her innermost self harboured a terrified fear of rejection. She attempted to rationalise the irrational. Focusing on the hospital clock helped control her demeanour. She contemplated her future. Together with him, everything felt secure. She had a future. After what seemed an age to him, the girl stepped back onto the sidewalk, not a care in the world. She wasn't to know the urgency of his journey, but now all was clear. He accelerated away. The open road of the freeway ahead seemed to represent to him the opportunity to break free into a new life with Anna. His foot pressed hard on the gas. The engine roared eagerly. His heart welled with excitement. He would reach her on time. Happiness flooded the silver car, like sunshine that radiated off the horizon ahead. He relaxed, calmer now than he had been all morning. He reached it down on the car stereo, knowing her favourite track, Killing Me Softly, would feed his desire to be with her. He knew they had a future. The truck driver was late. He knew his boss wouldn't accept any excuses. This was his last chance to prove himself. Luck was on his side. The freeway was deserted. His foot pressed hard on the gas. His heart pounded. Was it excitement at finally proving his worth in the job? Sweat poured from his face. He felt different. His vision exploded into 1,000 stars that dimmed, and the freeway became a dark tunnel. The excruciating pain pounded his chest like a hammer. Instinctively, he put his hands up to try and fend it off. Silence descended on the scene. A silver car and a red truck welded together in a grotesque ball of twisted metal. The traffic cop's radio sliced the stillness. 2 victims. The door opened, and the doctor with the sad eyes entered. Anna was immune to those eyes. So many meetings, so much sadness. But this was different. He spoke quietly. Anna, there is something I have to tell you. She remained silent, a tear ran down her cheek. For no reason, a sad song played quietly in her head, Killing Me Softly. She knew Mike would not come.